Welcome to Film, where we break down films in the way anyone can enjoy. Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place. For this episode, me and my boy Isaiah right here, we call him Zay
for a second,
bro, because I want to make like something with Zay. I don't know what, bro. I'm gonna look up something real quick in the comments if you guys want to let us know what we should be calling Isaiah instead of just Isaiah, because I got Film, by the way, and I want to make something nice. Like, what about, I said Zay Show the one time.
I didn't hate it. I think we need to work on it. I think it needs to build a little bit, but we'll figure it out.
Zay, say.
Something.
I'm playing, but either way, guys, let us know down below in the comments what's the best nickname for my man Isaiah. Today, we're going to be talking to you guys about some Avatar 3 news. We're going to also be talking about some Skeleton Crew news, Daredevil Born Again trailer, Until Dawn, and we're going to finish it off with some secret level talk. The Amazon Prime Video show about video games that's inspired by Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix. But anyways, Isaiah, how you doing, my boy?
Doing good, man. And don't forget, we're also bringing back Gut Check, the segment you guys loved last week. We're doing it, but this time I'm going to get gut checked. We're going to check my gut and see how it is. Sorry. Also, I'm wearing headphones. It's going to be kind of weird. I hear myself and Phil as we're talking. We still don't have a producer. I'm gonna figure it out. I think I'm gonna move some things around. So next week it's gonna look a little different. Actually, you want to move your mic?
Yeah, I'm about to say I'll move it right here.
Just so when you move your face, it doesn't. I noticed it. Thanks. See, this is why I have headphones on. This is why I have headphones.
That's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
But honestly, if you guys like, subscribe, and follow the Film channel, maybe I'll get enough money to buy a producer. But I appreciate it if you guys would drop a like and subscribe and follow to the Film Podcast, and also to like, subscribe, and follow Run the Play Network, since we are also borrowing the production set.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into it.
All right. So also, if you see me looking this way, it's also because I'm looking at the computer. I'm everywhere right now.
Yeah, so he's not tripping. He's a cool dude.
Not tripping. Let's talk Daredevil.
All right.
I'm excited.
Bro, that
trailer finally bro. Okay, real fast.
Yeah, go for it.
The show comes out in March. March 3rd, 4th. It's like it's early March.
Yeah.
How are we just getting a trailer now? Like, that's insane.
Well, I mean, it is January and like
2 months out.
I feel like that's fair.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm not really complaining, but it's just kind of insane to be like, it took us this long to get a trailer.
I mean, it took us this long to get what? This is season 4, season 5. Like, so I don't know. I think this also protects them from having to make a second trailer, because I feel like, well, one, they have a lot of episodes in this one.
Yeah. What is it, 12?
I think it's either 12 or 15.
It's 12.
It's a big number, but like, I think that they're trying to stop us from getting a second trailer, because I feel like a second trailer would mess things up. I feel like it would spoil too much. And I feel like what they showed us in the first trailer, perfect.
Yeah, we don't know a lot. But let's talk about things we do know. Kingpin and Daredevil, they're working together. What could that mean? The rumors are they're working together to stop the villain of the season, Muse, right? I'm correct on his name? Yeah, Muse. Yeah, so it looks like they're working together to stop him. What that entails, what happens, I have zero idea. Like, I don't even know what like kind of things they're going to get into, if I'm being honest, because like Daredevil working with Kingpin is stooping to a low.
Oh yeah,
like a crazy low. So like I have no idea like why he feels like he has to. I imagine maybe something bad happened, like crazy bad with Muse, and they're like, I have no choice but to work with Kingpin. But in the trailer, it didn't really give off that vibe. It felt a lot more like normal. Like they were like in their conversation when they're sitting in the diner. Like, it doesn't seem like he's in like some sort of like crazy dread. It's just like, nah, Kingpin. Like, we have to figure out what we're gonna do to this guy. You know?
Honestly, I think that it might just be like they got into it or something on the street, and they had the talk. And maybe it's just a little catch up, like the way, like obviously they're gonna say some messed up stuff to each other, like after. I think in the trailer they were just trying to give us the hype, because the two characters that everybody loves, the Kingpin and Daredevil, are back, and they were like, "Yo, in the trailer, let's give them something." But we know they're probably gonna get into a crazy fight in that diner later on.
Yeah, very little Foggy and Karen presence in that trailer. I think they showed like one clip of them.
Yeah,
is either one of them dying this season?
Probably.
Who?
I would do Foggy.
You go Foggy?
I'd go
I agree.
Foggy.
I think you kill off Foggy, if I'm being honest.
I go Foggy and then maybe kill off Karen in the next season.
No,
or,
I don't know.
You got to kill them both to give them that.
The rumor is you're bringing back Punisher too, like the show. Karen's gonna be in the Punisher show. Like
Okay,
she is a
Karen.
staple of that show too, so she's got to live. And they're killing off. They're probably killing off the love interest in this season. What's her name? I don't remember her name. You remember the girl he's like making
Elektra?
out with in the shower? No, it's not Elektra.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Very prominent comic book character. Let me know what her name is. I completely forgot. But she is known to have a very tragic story with Daredevil.
Oh, no.
They're going to adapt it. Who knows if
You
they
talking
end up...
about Emma Stone type?
Like,
type
who
Gwen
knows
Stacy?
if they end... Yes.
Oh, no.
Who knows if they end up killing her off? We don't know, if we're being honest. But comic book Twitter seems very convinced that they are.
Oh, no.
So...
That's sad already, bro.
But they could not. Daredevil, like, I feel like they always do a really good job of doing their own thing while also, like, doing homages to the comic books. Like, very much like, hey, we're adapting this story, but we're going to do our own thing, you know? Which this is what this season's doing, too, with adapting the whole thing. Daredevil killed someone, so he stopped being Daredevil. That's a really famous run. Tell me what it is in the comics. I probably, I got to start taking better notes on these things so I know. But yeah, I know it's a really popular run. I've been meaning to get into Daredevil comic books. Have you ever read Daredevil comic books?
I think I've only read one, and that was because my mom had one. She gave it to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty tough." I used to read a lot of one-time, really good comic books. It's weird. I never I would read a lot. Trust me, I've read comic books. It's just Daredevil. I read that one. I was okay with it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going crazy. I was more into the animated TV show type stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. But
yeah, Daredevil's a character I've always wanted to get into, like comic book wise. So hey, wonderful viewers, if you have any great comic book runs to recommend me, please let me know. I'll try to do a good job of, as we get into Daredevil, reading some more of the comics because it's something I've always wanted to do. I like collecting them, so it's fun for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it. But another trailer that came out.
Oh man, here we go.
Let's talk Until Dawn. And usually I would be like, nah, I don't even think we really need to talk about this. But there's a lot of hate right now. Justified hate in some places, unjustified in other places. If you don't know, Until Dawn is a video game made by Supermassive Games back in, I think, 2016. It's a choose-your-own-adventure game where essentially you're a group. You play as multiple characters in like a horror setting. In this case, it's a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
And your goal is to try to keep as many characters alive as possible by making decisions, doing quick time events, things like that. The movie, not doing that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. How was a movie going to do that? It wasn't. It really wasn't. A theatrical release was not going to be able to redo Until Dawn. So people were like, well, then just tell the story of Until Dawn. But the story of Until Dawn is a generic horror movie story. That's what Until Dawn is. That was the point. It's, let's tell a generic horror movie, but you get to play it and control the characters' lives. That's what makes games like that fun. So when you go to make a movie about it, you have to do something different. So what this movie is doing is it's doing a time loop movie where essentially every time the characters die, they have a limited amount of lives. And each time they die and the loop resets, they're in a different... not horror genre, but they're facing a new thing. Yeah. So they're facing the killer from the game. They're facing the Wendigos from the game. They're dealing with ghosts and possession, things like that. And honestly, I kind of love that idea. I feel like that's creative, that's different, and that's what we talked about last week, where I was like, I can't stand all these video game adaptations just retelling the same story again. I respect that this is doing something different in the lore of Until Dawn. Because if I understand correctly, this is connected to Until Dawn, the game.
Oh, it's connected to it?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure. I'll have to double check that.
About the game Until Dawn, like this is another story in that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think? What did you think about the trailer? Because you weren't so hot on it. We watched it before.
Okay. The choice of actors they have, obviously that was the first thing I pointed out. Like one of the girls I do like, I think she's a good actor. Why you? Oh yeah.
No,
You're
remember,
just
I'm
looking.
looking.
I
No,
was like,
remember, you're not on the
girl.
trip. You're not on the trip, man. I'm checking the recording.
I was like, right when I said right with the guy.
That's not where the camera is.
I was like, there's nobody over there. And I remembered you said the thing. I was like, oh.
It's because I'm like quick turning around.
I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no. I'm just checking.
I was like, wait a minute. Anyways, besides her, the other actors I'm not big fans of.
Yeah.
And even the way they were acting in the movie, I was like, okay, maybe they need couple of cheap actors or something. I don't know, but the way they were doing things and stuff, it kind of reminded me of other horror movies and stuff. And I understand, like, it's limited. You don't have a lot of, like, there's not really a lot of original ideas you can do with horror movies because a lot of them have been done. Same with movies overall, general. But with this one, it bugged me for some reason. It was just like, I don't know. The situations they were in, I would watch it because they looked pretty cool. It was like, I mean, it sucked. I wouldn't want to be a part of that, but it looked pretty cool. But man, it was just like, bro, these actors suck. Like, and they're going to suck in the movie. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to feel bad when they die.
I think a lot of the time, though, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I think horror movies especially, I feel like I never really care about the characters. Alien Romulus, I really didn't care. Like, I just feel like in a lot of these situations, it's more so like fear and seeing how they deal with situations, less so like me caring that they come out. I think Until Dawn the game does a really good job of me having my characters, but it's always on a very surface level, and we're not going to be able to tell that from a trailer, you know, like once we watch the movie, if they can make some of these characters likable, then like, all right, I'm rooting for them the whole time. But also, you don't really need to rely on that as much, especially early movie, because the time loop. So they're going to die and they're going to come back, but they have a limited amount of lives. So once we're getting to near like the back half of that movie, we would hope that they do a better job of building the characters so that I care a little bit more. And I think there's more potential to do that because of the time loop. Yeah,
but also I just feel like there's going to be like the general thing with this cabin in the woods horror movie crap because one, there's probably going to be one of the dudes who has a girlfriend, but he's hooking up with the other friend.
100%.
I think that's going to happen. One of the guys is definitely going to be scared for no freaking reason and be the wimp of the group. And then one of the girls, because there were, 3 girls, 2 guys?
Yes.
One of the other girls is going to be the smart one who just knows everything and is going to be like trying to tell them some sense. And they're going to be like, nah, this is stupid. I just feel like this is going to be a stereotypical regular horror movie, but I do like the idea that they're facing a threat every single different time. So that's one thing selling me, but I'm not gonna lie, when I hear that this movie came out, I'm not gonna be rushing the theaters. Like, I'm just be for real.
I think that's fair. I definitely want to watch him en masse. I love that game so much. I love Superman. I love that team of people that made the game. Not making this movie, but I like the stuff. I like the lore. I like everything around it. So like, I'm in. I think the idea is really creative. This is exactly what I probably would have wanted them to do. Like you're telling me you're just redoing Until Dawn, but in a movie, I'm like, oh, cool. Like, it's like, oh, yay, can't wait to have no control over the characters. And you sort of ruin the game by, like, canonizing what, like, the proper decisions are, what characters actually die. And I feel like that completely defeats the purpose of a game like that. So you take a different concept, you add something creative to it, and make it by a very prominent horror movie director, which a lot of people were like, oh, this guy directed Shazam 2. It's going to be garbage. Guys, this guy is known for making horror movies. This is what he does. Like, he wasn't a superhero director. No, he was a horror director that got assigned to direct Shazam. So let's not, just because he directed Shazam 2 doesn't necessarily mean this movie's going to be awful.
I mean, look at James Wan, man. He made Aquaman and he made the Conjuring movies too, right?
So it's just, I don't know what to tell you guys, but I mean, I'm excited. I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be like blow my socks off, that'll be best movie of the year, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to walk at that movie being like, that was fun. And honestly, for horror movies, that's all I want. I want to have fun. I want to get scared. Like,
you're gonna get scared. I know.
Oh, for sure, I'm gonna get scared. I think it'll be a good time. But something that I think will be a good time: Avatar: Fire and Ash. Avatar: Fire and Ash is reportedly going to be 3 hours long, and they're gonna introduce 2 tribes: the Fire Tribe as the villain, and the Air Tribe as something else. Who knows what they're going to be doing?
They're called Wind Traders, apparently.
That's a cool
name. Wind Traders will appear a nomadic tribe that travels through the air. Nice. That's tough.
I'm excited. Phil, what's your take on Avatar? Do you like Avatar? Do you love Avatar? Do you hate Avatar?
I have loved Avatar since day one. Like, when I first saw the trailer for Avatar 1, I was like, this movie looks beautiful. Like, I don't even care what's going on. I will just go see the movie. And watching it in 3D was the best decision I ever made for the first one. Watched that one. I was mind blown. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, this changed 3D movies for me forever. Yeah. Like, and then I was thinking there's no other way a movie can beat this. I watched Avatar: The Way of Water, the sequel, in 40.
Oh, you went in 4D?
I
they
went
still
in
do
40.
that? Oh, like the 40X with the movements,
40X,
right? They're talking
bro.
about like the Spy Kids 4 and 4D where you're smelling all the smells.
Bro, that was terrible. I hated that whole thing. Like when they threw up and they're like, "Oh, smell. I was like, why would I want to smell that crap? But with 40X, man, I've seen some 40X movies before Avatar: The Way of Water came out. You didn't have 3D glasses. I walk in the theater, they're handing out 3D glasses. I was like, why specifically for Avatar: The Way of Water? I got so hyped. I watched that movie. I was like, yeah, this is the best movie in the Avatar series, obviously, even though there's only 2 of them, but it blew it out the water for me. So the fact that we're getting a third one, without a doubt, I'm watching it in 40X, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But this whole series, like the fact that everybody always argues with it, they're all like, oh, it's overrated, this and that. I'm like, and then they'll compare it to the MCU, literally every like good movie on the planet. I'm like, the fact that there's only 2 movies out and you guys are going this insane about it, like putting it up there, and it's made $2 billion each.
Yeah,
like let's talk about that. It's made $2 billion.
Wait, they both made $2 billion?
They both made $2 billion.
Actually?
Yes.
I don't know.
I kept track of it.
That's
the first
crazy.
one made 2.1 billion. The second one made 2.3.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's
$4
crazy.
billion.
Oh my gosh, that's real.
2 movies, $4 billion.
Yeah, bro, y'all are haters.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Haters.
So like when I'm always arguing with people when they're like, it's overrated, this and that, and they tell me all this different stuff, the one argument that I keep hearing is the character development is trash. Okay, I understand. It may or may not be. It doesn't suck to me. But the biggest thing about Avatar that's amazing is the world of Pandora.
100%.
The world of Pandora. And the fact that we're getting this, the Fire Clan, who are the villains, and then the Wind Traders that are just nomadic, we're getting more of this beautiful world of Pandora. Yeah. And the thing I love too, James Cameron said, according to Discussing Film, James Cameron says brave choices will be taken with the story for Avatar: Fire and Ash. If you're not making brave choices, you're wasting everybody's time and money. You've got to break the mold every freaking time, which is what I love with this too, because in Avatar: The Way of Water, I really love that scene. And I know this is going to suck to say, but I did like the scene where the eldest son died.
Spoilers for Avatar 2.
If you haven't seen the stinking movie, it's 2025, bro. That movie came out in 2022.
Yeah, for real. If you can't be mad. Like I'll put a thing. But
spoiler.
Like, if you haven't seen the movie, it's been 3 years. It made $2 billion.
Come on,
so
bro.
You're probably the guy that's not gonna watch it, so you can't be mad.
I'm about to say, if you telling me film ruined it for you, I'm just saying it's 2025, bro.
Yeah.
It's 2025. But either way, when the son died, I feel like that added an emotional aspect where it's like, oh, this movie's real. Like there's not really, I know there may be some plot holes or there may be some plot armor maybe sometimes, but that showed me that nobody's safe.
Yeah.
So hearing that, I'm not going to lie, in the third movie, and the fact that he told me there's going to be different narrators for each movie, Jake Sully's going to die.
No.
Jake Sully's gonna die.
No.
He's gonna die.
No,
it makes every sense to kill off Jake Sully, bro.
You don't have Avatar without Jake Sully.
Yes, you can.
No, you don't.
Yes, you can.
He's the only character I know the name of. You're telling me
Neytiri?
They have 2 weird names.
Spider?
I can't remember. Okay, yeah. Come on. That's a stupid name, though.
Come on, bro. I think you kill off Jake Sully.
No.
And then you pass it on to the youngest son and pass it on to the adopted daughter that they brought in, who is, I forgot the woman's name.
I hate that you're kind of right, though.
Yeah.
This would be the end of the trilogy.
That's what I'm
saying. We know they're making like 4 more after this, but yeah.
Yeah, and the TV series.
Ugh, why?
No, I love it.
TV series I don't get, but sure, the movies I'm down for. It just...
Well, the TV series is like they put in a lot of money for that series,
bro. Just because, look at every MCU project. You could put any amount of money that doesn't make something.
I promise
good.
you, they won't do that with Avatar.
But here's my take on Avatar. Right,
okay.
I love the first one. Watched it in 3D. I hate watching movies in 3D. By the way, I get bad motion sickness, so it just hurts my eyes. It makes me uncomfortable. Avatar 2, we didn't watch in 3D. We watched it in normal movie
standard.
Yes, and we watched it standardly. I love that movie, man. It's good. I think it was my number one for that year. I think it was like that and Bullet Train. I was going back and forth on.
Bullet Train was so good.
Yeah. Avatar 2 is fantastic. I think that movie does its character development so much better because it gives Jake Sully that family. And I've talked about how I think sometimes doing families is a little cheap. Like, you kind of just use it as a crutch for emotional moments. It's like, oh, this character dies, and since you know their family, it's sad. This movie really makes you sit with those kids with Jake Sully, with Zoe Saldana's character. I don't remember her name. I think you literally just said
Neytiri.
Yes. That movie does a way better job of making me feel like, hey, that's a real family that loves each other. So that when things happen, it's sad. There's stakes there. There's stuff going on. And I'm so hyped for Avatar 3 because I know, like, if you could just continue that, if this movie could prove that it's above its visuals the same way Avatar 2 did, I'm all in, man. There's nothing you can do.
I'm just so hyped, but yeah, like, all I can say is I can't wait for Avatar 3.
Yeah.
I think if it makes $2 billion again, bro, all you haters can shut up.
Yeah, no way, bro. No way it's making $1 billion again, and you guys are like overhyped. Okay, look, you cannot like something, but you have to respect something. You have to respect its game. The fact that if it does a three-peat, another 2 bill. Like, come on, bro. No way it's that bad, right?
You know what's even funnier? When Avatar: The Way of Water came out, let me remind you guys, this movie came out 12 years after the first one. When Avatar 2 came out, I was so scared because James Cameron said, if this movie doesn't at least make $700 million, the third one is the last movie. $700 million.
Yeah.
When it made $1 billion, I was jumping up and down like, yes. And then when I saw it made $2 billion, I was like,
crazy.
I was thinking of that line in Deadpool and Wolverine with Deadpool talking to Wolverine going like, till you're 90.
Literally.
James Cameron's going to be making these movies till he's 90, bruh. Maybe even till he's 100.
Crazy.
If he does it again, 150. I'm just playing. But anyways, yeah, I'm so hyped.
Another amazing world to live in. The world of Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars? We love Star Wars.
Every kid's dream, man.
Every kid's dream. But I guess not everyone loves everything Star Wars because Skeleton Crew has had the lowest viewership of any Star Wars project in a fat minute. 20% fewer viewers than Acolyte's premiere week.
That's embarrassing.
The net production for this, $115 million. I found that tweet from Culture Cave.
Wow.
Culture Crave, sorry. That's embarrassing. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are doing awesome work. But yeah, Skeleton Crew. Have you watched Skeleton Crew?
I haven't been able to watch an episode of it. Not yet.
Now, you haven't been able to watch it because you want to watch it and just haven't gotten to it, or because you don't want to watch it?
I want to watch it and haven't gotten to it yet. That was one problem I had because I've seen the advertising. I've seen, like, it honestly looks like a pretty cool story. I was against it at first because I was like, why the heck are these kids like just roaming around and they got in the spaceship and just rocketed away? Like, what the heck? And then now they're going around this bounty hunter ridden world and just the parents. I mean, I know the parents are worried, but how'd you let your kids get out like that? Yeah. But the rest of it looks pretty cool. It looks good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it.
Yeah, I don't know a lot either. I know from what it ended today.
Yeah.
So the day we're filming this, the show has ended.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
People that have watched it have said it's really good. So like the people that are watching it like it. Like it's a good show. But I think it's just this viewership is a testament to that. Like Disney, you can't just like keep making things in a world and expect people to watch it.
Yeah.
Like just because something's Marvel, just because something's Star Wars, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make money.
Yeah.
It needs to be interesting ideas. And if we're being honest, like I think this idea I respect because it's different.
Yeah.
But how many people want this?
That is true.
No
like,
one.
When I heard the slate for Star Wars movies and when I saw Skeleton Crew, I was thinking, ooh, another maybe Clone Wars story or like a rad-tad like group of soldiers. And then when I heard it was about kids getting lost in space, that was literally the plot description, the plot summary. Kids get lost in space and this one adult is helping them get back home. I was like,
who wants that? You know? Like no
Disney,
beef.
what we doing?
Like, yeah, no beef. Like if the show's good on you guys. You guys made quality finally, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, here's the thing. Like, even going back to The Acolyte, which sucked, right? Which sucked. At least that's, like, an idea that people want. You know, people want to see High Republic. People want to see, like, villain Sith stories. Even though I feel like The Acolyte didn't fully commit to that promise of making a Sith story. Definitely a lot of, like, some Sith action in there. I feel like it ended up not being what people expected it to be, but at least it was an idea that people wanted to see.
Yeah.
You know, like in concept, Acolyte should have been dope.
Oh yeah,
it just
1000%.
wasn't. You know, Skeleton Crew, an idea people don't necessarily want, but they did it anyway because they're like, oh, it's Star Wars, so it'll make money.
Well, I think it's also because like people may be getting tired of all the different Star Wars stuff that comes out that doesn't fully fulfill their expectations. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what it is. I'm just thinking that.
But here's the thing. It's like you get the right people behind the right projects, you're going to make good stuff.
That's true.
You say what you will about Ahsoka. Ahsoka, I think we'd all and like agree on it was at least good. Yeah. Maybe not great. Maybe like you can push it's okay to bad, whatever. But like we like Ahsoka. That's something we want, right? Mm-hmm. Mandalorian, first 2 seasons peak. Third season, we can have a conversation about. I like it, but it's. I understand when people say it's not as good. Yeah. But still, like that's something people want, right? Andor season 2, probably the most anticipated Star Wars thing right now. Mm-hmm. I hope it's good. That's something people want because that's a character people like. This is the problem: is you're trying to tell stories in like across the universe, but in like places where people don't really care much about, with ideas that people don't really care as much about. It's like, sure, you want to be versatile and you want to not just be bounty hunters and Jedis, but you got to come up with more creative ideas than that, you know?
That's the same argument that was going on with the MCU. Because remember with the multiverse thing, like they were giving us a whole bunch of different characters that we didn't really get to know. That's what I'm worried about with Avengers too, because the focus that one report came out with, I don't know if it was discussing films or Culture Crave, but one report came out saying like they want the young Avengers to be the next big group. And I was like, well, you can't really do that. And then somebody tried going out nowhere going like, why? You don't like an all female or a mainly female led group? I'm like, no. If you think about it, there's a lot of cool females in the X-Men and I'm cool with them. The thing is, the problem I have is we didn't grow attached to these characters.
100%.
Like we grew attached to Tony early. We grew attached to Captain America, Hulk, everybody early because we got that. Black Widow early. With this group, we've seen them in a couple of TV shows and they came up as side characters and now we may or may not, that's a rumor by the way, put them on this high pedestal. But even with the multiverse, there's different storylines going on that we don't really care about. Like the Secret Wars, there's not a lot of people who may not care about that because they don't know who the heck the other characters on the other side are. They know 616. They don't know, what is it, 323? The other one?
I don't know too much about Secret Wars.
That's what I mean. Like with Star Wars, we gotta
trying to avoid it as much as possible so I can be excited for the movie. But I know a lot of it. I
get you.
Yeah.
But like what I'm trying to say is we gotta get to know these characters pretty much.
Yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm. I agree. I think that's like a big testament to just where Disney's at. It's like all about making things, putting a bunch of money into it, and it just never working out for them. Mm-hmm. But let's talk about a company that, you know, does some good stuff, some good work. Amazon Prime Video. Last week we went over all the Amazon Prime shows and movies coming out, and one of those things was Secret Level 2, so me and Phil were like, hey, have we watched Secret Level? No. So let's do a review. Phil, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You know what? Sure. And honestly, the way I did it was I did the Secret Level's favorite episodes and things I didn't like in my opinion.
All right. So I think the way we'll build this, let's do a tier, number score, brief overview. We'll talk about our favorites and least favorite episodes, and then we'll talk. I have a section, things I want for season 2. Games I want them to talk about. So you want to do that? Let's go. Let's hear your number score.
Oh, a number score.
Like
overall?
I want to hear, do an overview of what you think so that I can give mine, and then we'll talk about some of the things we like, dislike more in depth.
So, obviously, love the graphics or animation, whichever one we want to go with. Even though we all knew that it was going to be at that level because the people who made Love, Death, and Robots, this was by them, and their content is awesome. But I loved a couple of the stories. I do prefer Love, Death, and Robots over it, though. I feel like the stories are a little bit better, but I still thought this was really good. Like, I don't know too much about some of these video games, so watching it and, like, kind of trying to understand what the heck they were trying to tell me was really cool. But I thought they did a really good job of what they had. Like, I don't know too much about these stories, but if you're fans of these different games, I would love it.
So what would you say out of 10?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8.
All right.
I'm going to give it an 8.
All right.
Do I have to give it like an 8 point?
No, it's okay. You don't have to.
8? I just really liked what they were doing here, and the fact that season 2 was coming and they could improve on that. I think this was a very good starting point for it.
Okay. All right. Here's my review for Secret Level. I'm giving it A 5 out of 10.
How did I feel like you were gonna say that? My bad.
Here's the thing, right? 5 and 10 in my idea is mid.
Mm-hmm.
It is very just like middle of the road, doing what it needs to do.
Yeah.
This show I felt had a lot of missed potential.
Mm-hmm.
You have pretty interesting games here. I like, for the most part, the lineup of games. There's a good variety there. But I just felt a lot of the episodes, you ended it right when it was getting good. I think of Dungeons and Dragons. Mm-hmm. I think of Sifu, which hurt my soul. I'm a massive Sifu fan. That hurt my soul. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of like some of the other episodes. The Crossfire X one, I think less so. It actually told a story, but like you just didn't hit that emotional mark because of your length. Mm-hmm. I don't know. A lot of missed potential there.
Yeah.
A lot of missed potential there. I just feel like a lot of the shows had beautiful like visuals.
Yeah.
It looked very pretty, but
Yeah.
there was no substance when it came to the story. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a 5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about some episodes I like because I don't
Yeah.
want to be super negative.
Also, let me give a quick thing. So Izzy's probably gonna know, or Zay, my bad. Zay's probably gonna know way more about the video game aspect than I do because I haven't played a lot of these games. So my perspective is definitely gonna be on just watching it purely.
Yeah,
just watching it.
I have either played or know about every single one of these games except for I think one of them.
You see?
Yeah.
You see, man?
So,
This man knows it. This
is
man,
my life, man. This is my life, man.
If it comes to video games, bro, I'm definitely gonna ask you questions about it, especially if a movie and also movie adaptations coming out with it,
100%.
TV shows.
That's fine. I'm excited to talk about it. I love video games, so
we
we're
can
ready.
definitely have two different perspectives on it and then compare.
Which I think that's where our reviews are coming from. Two completely different perspectives.
Yeah.
So I want to give some highlights because I don't want to be on that yet.
Gotcha.
There
Go
was
for it.
4 episodes I want to highlight that I really liked.
Yeah.
Okay. The Unreal Tournament episode
That was awesome.
with the... Oh my gosh. See, that's what I wanted.
That was
like
so
that was
good.
a very solid story. You have the start, you have the middle, you have the end. It's good action, great visuals, and like great development of a character that doesn't even talk.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole time. At the end, when the robot hits him with its fist in the air and it's like rebel, chills. I was like, that's
tough.
aura. Yeah.
That was so tough. Like the Zen,
Man,
come on,
it's
bro.
so good. Another one, the Warhammer episode. Okay, so we talked about Warhammer last week. What do you think of Warhammer now?
Bro, let me tell you, like, just let me read out my reaction real quick through it, all right? So, likes. This is my reaction through that episode. Warhammer, let's go. This opening dialogue is so tough. This is getting me so hyped, bro. Why is this giving me Space Mad Max vibes? Why the heck was Brody dragging that block with a chain? They didn't flinch a centimeter when they were shooting at him. That was gangster. This is brutal. Dude, the music, that headbutt was beyond deadly. Did he just run through a car? Bro's still dragging that thing because he was dragging. I was like, because I thought he was gonna swing it.
Yeah,
I thought he would. This is insane. These guys are OP AF. Wait, did the gravity just come out of nowhere? Is he dragging a coffin? These shots are so sick. There was a person in there this whole time. Because when he brought it up, I was like, were you telling me through this whole thing? You was in, what the heck is this time traveling arachnid? Bro, what the F? Die Well Brothers is insane. And wow. Like, I was just like, what the heck, bro? This was just a cold collection. Like, this episode, I didn't have any dislikes. I was mind blown with the visuals. I was mind blown with how tough they were.
Yeah.
Because those first shots when they were getting shot at, they just didn't even flinch, and then all of them just went pop, pop, pop. I was like,
yeah, it's so cool. And their chainsaw swords.
The chainsaw swords was pretty tough. It was reminding me of Gears of War.
Yeah,
that's a game I played. Not all of them, but I love. But it was a really cool episode, bro. Like I actually I would love to get into it more and then see what's going on with it, but. I just thought it was really cool.
Blow up Film Enough, and we'll do an entire playthrough of Space Marine 2 because that'd be fun. It's
Space
co-op.
Marine 2?
Space Marine 2, yeah, it's a game that came out this year. I played it with a friend. It's awesome. And the character at the end and at the beginning, Titus, that's who the game's about.
Wait,
so,
really?
Yeah, so when the guy's like talking about how he like raised a kid who had no fear, that's Titus.
That's
what the
pretty
games
tough.
are about. So that's why people love that episode so much because it's like giving us background on this character, on how he became who he is in the games. It's really awesome. Another really good one, Outer Worlds, with the guy doing all the tests on him. See, a lot of people don't dig that episode.
Yeah.
I really like that episode. It matched the vibe of the game really well, where it's wacky and dumb, but talking about like how disgusting corporations are and how that corporate greed can get to your head, especially when like your intention may be to do greatness, but you kind of start drifting into the more villain area. And I thought it was a really interesting perspective of a guy that loves a girl so much who ends up becoming this like awful like corporation leader. I don't know. I
Like
just
a
thought
plant?
Huh?
Like a plant?
It was literally like, it was just, yes. It was, I don't know. I don't think it was like incredible or anything. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10, but I was like, you know what? Like, at least this episode I felt like a good story.
Yeah.
Better than I think any of the other episodes had. You know?
You know what? Yeah, they went into the story a little bit more, because I'm not gonna lie, the effects on it and stuff, it kind of seemed like when they were talking, they were kind of delayed, or it didn't seem like their
Like the
mouths were
mouthing
in
was
sync.
off? Yeah.
But I understand what they were trying to do. I just wasn't really too into that.
Yeah, 100%.
that
I think that
episode.
episode's not for everyone.
Yeah.
One last episode that I really liked. There's a couple episodes that like I was like pretty mixed on. Like I liked, but I just thought they were cool. Whatever. The Honor of Kings episode. So that's, I don't know what Honor of Kings is, so I googled it. It's a very popular Chinese MOBA, like League of Legends. I don't know if you know League of Legends.
Yeah,
that's
I know
what that
League of
game
Legends.
is. So I would like, oh, how are they gonna do that in like a show format, like in an episode format? And I love them playing the game on, and that's like,
That was insane.
correct me if I'm wrong, please. That's simulating them playing the game, and I'm like, oh, and it just really gets into that character, why he is the way he is,
Oh,
like
yeah.
what his motives are with this like all-seeing God, and him like just trying to outmatch him, but he's never. That episode had sauce.
That episode was crazy, bro. The editing that went into that, like that
Yeah.
whole sequence when they finally play the game, and every time it would seem like they're switching to something else, it would go back to them just sitting there
Yeah.
playing the game. I was like, whoa. And then
Really
even that
sick.
scene when it showed him like, oh, if you want to know what you're doing next, just look into that wall right there. And it showed like what
2
was it,
minutes before he would say it.
or 2 seconds, I think it was.
I think,
or
or
2
was it
minutes.
2 seconds? It might have 2 minutes or 2 seconds, because you can. It might have been 2 seconds actually. I think it might have been minutes, because you can hear it right after. It's just,
Bro, that
yeah.
was nuts. Like that whole, even the visuals that went into it, and even just the way they were talking. Like, let me see what I wrote down. It was reminding me of the 3-Body Problem on Netflix. Have you ever seen that?
No, but I know what it is.
It's like an advanced being testing humanity, and then people are dying like a lot. But the situations that they're in, like they're super smart, and it literally seemed like that. And I don't know. Oh, the domino animation in that episode.
Oh
was
my
nuts.
gosh, yes!
I
When it
was
starts
like-
with the dominoes and it goes to the city.
I was like, how did y'all animate this?
It's so sick. Yeah.
I was like, what the heck?
there was sauce there for
But
sure.
the scene cutting and editing in that episode was just nuts. But I love the story behind it too. I feel like it definitely got deep, and it definitely was like, I low key when they started talking about his parents and like what actually happened, I was like, damn.
yeah.
So, but I don't know. This. Wait. Oh yeah. Also, did it seem like at the end, Brody was dealing with linear time?
What do you mean?
Because at the end of the show, when Brody finally was like fully realized, and then the other,
He's like the god now.
he's
yeah.
the god now. Then it flashed to the old god, and then he was talking to him again.
Yeah, man. Time
I
stuff
think that was
don't
linear
make,
time.
Time stuff make no sense to me. I was just like, oh, this is cool. Like I didn't. Like,
You were like, "Hey, I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm
Y'all
chilling,
did a cool
bro. I'm
thing.
not gonna try to
Y'all did a cool
overanalyze
thing."
this.
But that was a really cool episode,
yeah,
man.
that's definitely a highlight. Few disappointments. Sifu, obviously. Sifu is one of my favorite games that came out back in 22. Yeah, 22. I love that game so much. It's basically, the story of it is this character, the main guy in it. His dad gets killed by these 4 like kung fu people, essentially. The dad trained those people, and then they killed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So now he spends his rest of his life trying to get revenge on it, and he gets this little like chain thing, so that when he goes on his revenge journey, every time he dies, he comes back to life but older. That's why I was doing
Oh.
it. Yeah. So once all those things break, then he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really cool concept. And the place they took was the second area of the game, the nightclub. And I was really excited because all
That
the flashing
nightclub
lights,
scene,
it looked sick. Yeah,
that
yeah.
was John Wick, bro.
No, dude,
that literally came out of John Wick.
Literally, dude, that's why I love that game so much, because it feels so fun to play. It literally, like, when he's doing all the stuff in the animations, he's punching, you can do that. Like, you're actually doing that.
Play this
When
game
he
now.
gets the knife, he just like, like you're actually doing it. It's so good. Love that game to death. So I was really excited for them to do it, to like watch them. Like, okay, it's fine. It's 8 minutes. It's just gonna be one level of the game, perfectly fine by me. And I don't know. The fights were cool. I didn't think there was enough of them.
Yeah.
And then when you got to the final boss, you don't even show the fight.
That kind of bugged me.
Like, come on, man. Like that rubbed me the wrong way. So like,
trust me, I feel it.
Yeah, I watched that and I'm like, like, come on, bro. Like, I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, cool fight, and then it gets to him, and I'm like, all right, let's see how they animate this. No.
You know what they did? They moonlighted you.
They literally,
moonlighted you.
Yes, literally, it was like the Flash, and it's like, so now he's older, so he died a few times. Like, it just did not sit right with me. Did not sit right with me at all. Another one, the last episode is probably the worst episode of that show.
I thought it was really cool, but I get you. What's up? Why'd you think it was so bad?
What was the story? What was the reason for bringing Helldivers, for bringing Kratos, for bringing the Colossi? It felt so like, cool, look at this reference and that reference and this reference, and there's this super like Gen Z girl going around the city, and it felt so lame. It felt so uninspired.
Well,
I think.
I feel like it's because the game she was playing when she went into that was a game where you had to like do different tasks, and you also had to like whatever task you accomplished, because you saw she did a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning, but then like the only thing she got out of it was a stinking orange color, a new orange color. So the thing I took from it was when they introduced that guy gave her this package that kind of brought her emotion alive. Brought her imagination alive. It kind of said to me like that she lost her old way of having fun. She wasn't really creative anymore. It was just like she was stuck in one spot. Because if you at the end of it, you saw all these the games, Helldivers, Little Big Planet.
Yeah, Sackboy, that made me laugh.
With Little Big Planet came in, I was like, that is so awesome. And Kratos. Yeah. When Kratos showed up, I was like, what the? But I think it was more of just to show us that, like, to bring her back to her childhood. And that's crazy because a little girl playing all them games is like nuts to me. Yeah. In a way. That's like you playing all them action adventure games. I'm like, damn, you was playing. But I think it was just to bring her back into that imagination.
And I get that. I just felt like it felt very like the references were purely there to be like make this episode more interesting. That did not have to be a PlayStation thing. You insert any video game, all the characters serve no like plot in that story. And I felt like when you're making a video game anthology series and you're not even really necessarily doing a video game, it's just like, I don't see the point in this.
No, I understand.
And Kratos was in it for a second.
That's
he goes,
true.
raw!
I was kind of mad about that because then I started catching on because Colossus was in it, and I was like, oh, this is PlayStation stuff. So I feel like if they had more characters around it and made it like a little more Ready Player One-ish, maybe that would have made it a little better, because then you could have definitely sold the story of like, oh, this is what you
just
what
people
you
in
lost.
those avatars.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
But I get you though.
Yeah. Before we move on, I want to talk about some things I want from season 2.
What's up?
I mean, I don't know if you have any like specific video games that you've played that you'd want to see, but I have like a list.
NBA 2K. I'm just playing.
Yeah, make basketball real. Make basketball real, please.
Make basketball real. Give me a live action basketball game. And don't call it NBA. I'm playing, my bad. But what are your season 2 wants?
Do you have any? Because I have 6.
I'm not going to lie. The only game I would love to see, and this is going to be based because I don't know too much about video games like that. Obviously, I'd love to see a Call of Duty type thing. Yeah. I would love to see more popular games. Like, I feel like these are kind of popular, but to normals
they're
like
in like
me,
a niche.
Yeah.
Like, more niche.
I feel like these are games that like more true gamers play. Like true gamers. Like, it may be popular or like not like that underground for like gamers who actually play, but like to me, person who doesn't know games like that, these are kind of, I didn't know any of these games.
Yeah, like popular in the community, but for like,
I knew Concord.
Everyone knows the single greatest first-person shooter on planet Earth. We love Concord.
It's better than Call of Duty.
Nah, sorry, man.
But yeah, I think Call of Duty. If you want, maybe do something with Spider-Man PS4 or Uncharted.
Yeah, do something like that. Oh, Uncharted would be cool.
Uncharted would be really cool. I'm trying to think of any other games. Maybe something from the Dark Pictures anthology. I would love to see something like that.
That'd be cool.
Like House of Ashes. I would love to see a continuation in that.
That'd be sick. So I have 6 written down, varying from popularity. My first one, something from FromSoft. So Armored Core. Made by From Software.
That episode was nuts.
It was a sick episode. I didn't think it was like insane. I want to talk to my friend about who loves Armored Core. I've only played 6, so I don't know a lot about Armored Core.
Yeah.
But I like the games. It was cool. It was fun to watch. But FromSoft makes all the famous Souls games. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. Huh? My favorite games, man. I love those games to death. I would love... Sorry, guys. I pressed something on my computer. I thought it was coming in here, and I was like,
who's coming in?
That was Spotify. If anyone could say what that song was, I'll give you nothing. But that'd be really cool. So I'd like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro. Anything in that vein, I would love. I think Elden Ring would be sick, especially a prequel to the game. You get some of those wars in there. Pure Game of Thrones goodness. I think that'd be really cool. Bloodborne, I think, could be really interesting visually. Dark Souls is probably the one I'd want because I like the lore the most there. Next up, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight would be sick. I don't know if you know what Hollow Knight is. It's similar to the Souls games that Souls-like is what people call it, but it's also a 2D Metroid, like Super Metroid style game. Ooh. Has a really awesome art style.
Give me some Seamus. Come on,
I'll probably pop it up on the screen, but let me show you Hollow Knight's art style really fast because it's really cool. This is Hollow Knight. Look at that. Yeah, it's a really nice art style. It's a really good story. One of the best games I've ever played. I would love to see them do something in Hollow Knight. Next, Final Fantasy.
That would go crazy.
So
that would actually go crazy.
The Honor of Kings episode reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy, like in terms of like how they do. So they made a CG animated movie a while ago called Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. It's a continuation of Final Fantasy VII, and it's purely CG animated. And I would love for them to do that either with the same cast from FF7, FF10, mess around. FF15, FF16 would change my life. But I would love to see them do that animation style with Final Fantasy. I think that'd be really cool. Assassin's Creed, that would rip. I think that's one you could even...
Don't do it to me, bro.
Like, bring back Ezio. Do not
do it to me.
Bring back Edward. Like, bring back characters or tell a different story from a different universe.
Assassin's Creed is so good.
It would be sick. Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil.
Literally right when you said the CG of Final Fantasy, I was thinking about the CG movies for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of those, and they're actually really cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want the stinking gunfight where they're just shooting at each other, going in circles, and not even hitting each other.
I love that clip so You don't understand. The Resident Evil community loves that. That's peak.
No. I liked it.
It's just stupid though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was stupid, but I did like it because I was like, dang, they're that good. They can't shoot each other. I was like, what the hell?
I love that one. It's so good.
I was like, this is so weird, but so good at the same time.
Yeah.
My bad. Continue.
Last one, Silent Hill. A new craze for me. I love Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 specifically. You want to tell your own story? It's possible. People have done it before. They just released a new free game in its own character. I think you could do that. Just have it take place in that world. Give me that deep emotional story in 20 minutes. I'd be obsessed. But that's all I have on Secret Level. Do you have anything else you want to say about Secret Level before?
Honestly, a couple of episodes we didn't mention. Wait, one sec. My bad. I really like the Arnold Schwarzenegger episode with New World, the Once and Future King. I thought it was pretty funny.
Episode. Yeah, that was a funny episode. Yeah.
Right when I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was like, "Whoa, how did he get on this? Why is he here?" Yeah. But I thought it was funny, and then hearing his voice in the background, I thought it was really fun. Unreal Tournament, we talked about that. Armored Core, I really loved that episode, and Keanu Reeves, and they had
he sold, man.
They had Captain Rex in there, bro.
Yeah.
They had Captain Rex in there. Come on, bro. And then the Nobody's Like Me, it felt like gaming, bro. Like that episode actually felt like gaming.
Nobody's like me.
Well, just even the way he was getting mad when she said like they're better than you, and he was like, "What? Yeah. No, I'm gonna kill these." Like it's literally how you sound when you get mad at people and stuff like that. When I don't know, I just thought that was cool. Concord, I thought it was really cool, and then
I liked Concord's visually. I didn't really like the story. The story I thought was stupid.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was really funny.
It makes sense.
Yep. Wait, what happened to the game again? Concord.
So essentially, you have a game, Concord, this big live service game. PlayStation's releasing it. It's $40. It's coming out. Not a lot of interest there. Nobody really wants it, and it's very evident that hey, even after previews, people are like, hey, there's a good game here. You just need to work on some of the systems. You need to make better characters. Like, there's problems with it, so just delay it.
Yeah.
Give it some more time to cook, and maybe you come out free to play, and people will play it.
Yeah.
This game launched, regardless of after all those previews, it launched at $40.
Oh, no.
And its peak concurrent players was 60 people on Steam. 2 weeks, or I think it was more. It might have been 300. It was like 60 to that's a wide gap, but it's still nothing.
That's bad.
Yeah, so it got taken out of it got taken off the store, refunded everything after 2 weeks. It's the single greatest, biggest live service flop.
Wow.
In video game history.
That's embarrassing.
And we could transition to this perfectly, actually, because this game would have been, I know you wanted to talk about it, so we'll touch on it. This game would have been the biggest live service flop in gaming history, if not for Concord. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League recently, just ended, finally, about time. And the only reason why we want to talk about it is because they're bringing back the Arkhamverse. They said Batman's alive, and a lot of people are upset. I don't think there's a lot to talk about here, other than the fact that if you're mad about this, you were upset that they killed him off a while ago, and in the game, they mention, hey, no, the Justice League is still probably alive. So now that they finally confirmed that, y'all are all pissed. Look, man, the game sucks. The story sucks. Whatever. Batman's back. I don't even think you continue the Arkhamverse in the future anymore. Like, Kevin Conroy passed. Like, I'm gonna miss that man so much. You just continue it in the past, like what they did with this recent VR game with Roger Craig Smith. I think that works. But yeah, you want to talk about it? So, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Yeah.
So I know I'm not a huge gamer, but I did play all the Batman Arkham games. Not the Gotham Knights one. I hated that one. I saw the story. I hated it. I thought after Gotham Knights, I was like, oh, Suicide Squad killed Justice League. They gonna revive me.
Yeah.
They're gonna give me something. I watched the gameplay for a little bit, and I was like, I can't watch this, because usually I watch people play the game, and if I can't watch the gameplay, I just watch the cinematic, like movies and stuff. What the hell was that story, man? Like, what? And then when they died, and then this is funny to me because we heard that we already knew they were clones. We already knew. They said at the end of the game, they were like, oh, there's different multiverses, and then Brainiac had them in pods and was just cloning them. I was like, so then what was the point?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
And then everybody was like, well, now they killed off Wonder Woman. I was like, well, it doesn't.
Wonder Woman died for nothing.
Yeah, but I was like, well, it doesn't matter anyways because we didn't even see her in the Arkhamverse. But
yeah.
Like, low-key, what I wanted was just another Batman Arkham Asylum, City, Night, or stinking Origins with Robins and Batwomen and all that. Why didn't you just give us a story like that? I understand Gotham Knights was that, but the fight combat was nowhere near where it was in City and Origins and stuff. It was nowhere near that. So then the fact that they're going so far away, and I found out apparently they're doing that is because the people who made the old games aren't there anymore.
Yeah, a lot of them left. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, but it just sucks, bro. It's kind of like, at this point, I'm not even hyped for the Arkhamverse because it's like, what, are you going to make another live, or what, a live season?
Service?
Live service type thing? I'm just not interested. I want a story game. I want, like, just it on its own, switch different characters. Just like, what was it, Arkham City, where we could do that, where we could switch between Robin and Batman?
Yeah,
that was so awesome. That was, I don't know. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
Agree. It's really unfortunate. They're working on a new game, so we'll see what it is. I think there's a lot of creative burnout at that studio, and it's really sad that they were put through something that was obviously was made out of pure corporate greed.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we'll make so much money off of this because it's DC and everyone loves Suicide Squad. No, I don't. How many people actually love Suicide Squad to the point where we're going everywhere? We're reading Harley Quinn fart comics and doing all these things, you know? I don't. How many people are actually obsessed with Suicide Squad? I would beg to argue very few.
Yeah.
So it's rough, but down to our final segment, which we'll see after this quick cut.
All right, we had some technical difficulties, but we're back.
We're
Or
back.
actually, we just had a cut, right?
Yeah. I said cut.
Yeah, we're chilling. We just had a cut.
We're
But
chilling.
anyways, we are about to do a gut check
Gut check.
with Zay right here. I'm gonna come up with a stinking name for you,
We'll
bro.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
But he is about to make his own tier list on all MCU movies and series updated to What If tier list. Let's get it.
So remember, the goal objective of this is he's gonna say a movie. It's between S and F. And I am to just give my gut reaction. Okay, I can't think too hard. I think we're limited to like 5 seconds. Like I can't think. I just have to say what I think. So Phil, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, my bad. I was just trying to get the controls down. All right, let's get it. So first thing, What If?
We're going in E.
Okay, E. That's generous for you.
A good first season.
Boom.
After that, I don't want to talk about it.
All right, next up, Agatha All Along.
Agatha All Along. Better than I thought it was going to be. I think it still sits in the mid position. I'd probably put it as C.
All right, let's put that in C. Let me just. How did you do this, bro? One sec. Boom.
You just drag it.
I was trying. Boom. There we go. C. All right. Next up, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think it's been out long enough for me to put it in the S tier, so I'm putting it in A.
Okay,
Putting it in the
A. All
yeah,
right.
I love that
Come
movie. It's
on.
awesome. It's awesome. Put it in the A.
Got you. Your favorite TV series, Echo. Uh-oh.
E. No. E. I said E. I'm committing to E. Putting it in E tier.
All right. The Marvels.
The Marvels. Okay. Didn't hate. I actually didn't hate. I think overhated. I'll put it in C.
Okay. All right. C right there. Okay. Next up, Loki.
Loki. Oh, we love Loki. Let's go in an A. You can argue for S. Catch Me on a Good Day. We'll put it in an S, but I think that's an A tier show for sure.
All right. Look at you.
100%. Hey man, I'm flying, bro. I know. It's gut check. It's gut check.
I got you. The best MCU TV show, Secret Invasion.
Put it in S. Nah, F tier for sure. That's not even a question. Hey, no joke, bro. I'm being dead serious. That show sucks.
There we go.
Put it in F. Put it in F.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Ooh, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Good stuff. It's funny. It's good. Whatever. At C tier.
C tier.
Yeah, nothing
Boom.
crazy. It's not crazy. It's good though. I
That's
like
true.
it. I enjoy it.
That's an important part in it, but I get you. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Volume 3. Put it in the A.
Hey.
Put it in the A
okay.
tier. Yeah. Put it in the A tier.
You love that movie.
I do. I really like that movie. It's a good
All right.
movie.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania.
Put it. I spit everywhere. Put it in D tier.
Oh, you are
Put
a
it in D
kind
tier.
human.
Dude, that movie sucks. Okay, we talked about it last time. That movie is so boring.
Oh, yeah.
Please watch it. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Wait, did you say Quantum Mania or this?
Quantum Mania.
Oh, you said Quantum Mania? Sorry, I thought you said 2. I got really excited
That's
when
why
you
I
said
was
2.
like, you are a generous person.
Then put it in E. It's an E. I don't think it's F.
Okay,
Put it
there
in
you
E.
go.
It's an E. It's an
We
E.
getting there.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
no, wait.
Yeah.
Put it in E. Put it in E. I was between E and a D. I was between E and a D because I'm trying to think of where I think Wasp is too.
Okay.
I'm going to commit to what I'm saying.
I got you. Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
F. That movie sucks.
Whoa! I'm just playing. He's playing. I
Put
hope
it
you're
in A.
playing.
Put it in an A. Put it in an A.
Okay, I was like, are you playing? Or are you being for real? I thought you were going to be like, nah, I was right. Keep it in
I can
A.
argue for B, but I like that movie a lot. So I
You
think
said
I'll put it
put
in
it in
A.
A?
Yeah, put it in A.
Got you. That's a good point. Werewolf by Night.
Really good, really creative. I enjoyed it. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. Put it in B.
That was the same with me, to be honest.
Yeah.
She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
S tier. She-Hulk twerking is all I've ever needed in my entire life. I'm a simple man. Put it. What's my E?
Agatha All Along.
No, Agatha All Along should not be an E. It's in C.
Oh, my bad. Agatha All Along. I mean, my bad. Echo and Quantumania.
Okay. Put She-Hulk in D.
Got you. All right. Next up, Thor Love and Thunder.
E.
Got you. Whoa, what just happened? Oh, there we go. All right. Miss Marvel.
I like that show. It's a good show. I enjoy that one. Above mid, I put in B.
All right. Okay, B.
Yeah, I like that show. That show's really good.
People be talking too much about it, bro.
Yeah, people hate the bad CGI, bad this, bad that. But how about the great characters?
Exactly.
The fun story, the interesting lore. I don't know, man. Like, come on, we're hating too much.
I liked it, bro.
I like it too.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, a movie that I like. Haven't rewatched. So I don't know how much I actually like it. But, I mean, we're probably going to do a rewatch at some point. So, for now, let me put it in the C tier.
I knew you were going to put it in C.
I like that movie. It's pretty mid. I think, like, mid sounds so negative. But, like, it really is. It's good. I like it. I like it fine.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Ooh, Moon Knight. Put it in the B. Put it in the B. That sounds so bad. I said put it in the B is crazy. I think I've said put it in the A multiple times. Oh, every time I'm like,
it don't matter. We know what you're doing.
It's not. Hey guys, we're doing a tier list. We're doing a tier list.
All right. So where would you like to put it?
What, Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Put it in the B.
All right.
Put it in the B. Put it in the B.
Now you got me thinking about.
Put it in
Never mind. Anyways, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Woo! Spider-Man. No, I just peaked the mic so hard. I hurt my ears.
I don't know why you did
sorry.
that too. Hey, I'm chilling.
That's an S tier film. I have not stopped thinking about that movie since it came out. You can argue, sure, it's a cameo fest, but I think it's one of the few cameo fests that actually adds meaning to what it's doing. It has the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in that movie to serve a purpose. They're not there for clap value. They're there because it's relevant to the story.
And to help Tom Holland.
100%.
It's just funny how we always refer to them to Andrew, Toby, and Tom.
Yeah.
And then they're all just Peter 1, Peter 2,
Yeah,
Peter
exactly.
2. All right. Hawkeye.
Dude, it's so bad. I thought you were about to say Hawk Tua. And I'm like, what are you...
She ruined everything, bro.
Hawkeye. I like Hawkeye a lot, actually. I'm putting it in B.
All right. You got a really nice B section right here.
Whoa.
Okay,
Chill
come
out,
on,
bro.
I'm talking about the tier. Talking about the tier. The tier list. The tier list. Okay. Eternals.
Oh, that's a... Dude, that's so hard.
I think I know where you're going to put it.
For comfort, put it in C. C is like where I'm putting like my comfort, like, hey, I don't really know if it's a B. Like, I don't know if it's like good or, it's weird.
No, I get you. Shang-Chi.
Put it in C.
Okay.
Awesome fight scenes, great visuals. After that, it's there.
You're like, it's okay. Black Widow.
D. I think I was a little higher on it when we talked about it last week. I like it. I know. I love Yelena. Yelena is a massive highlight. A lot of the action is pretty cool, and I like some of the scenes in it. But for the most part, I don't need to watch that movie ever again.
Yeah. I fully agree. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Disney Plus series.
Put it in D.
Got you.
A bad villain. Bucky and Falcon's chemistry is some of the best chemistry in the MCU.
You said,
down.
where did you want it to be
D.
again? D, got you. And now it's actually Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Just saying.
You're right. Do they do that in the show after it ends? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. It's
my
so
family
hard.
and I got so hyped when they switched
sick.
it to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I love that.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
Ooh. B. A lot of the shows I think I'm putting in B, and I'm realizing it as I'm saying it.
Actually, yeah.
I honestly, I like a lot of the shows. I don't hate them.
Captain Marvel, first movie.
D.
I'm just looking at your tier list and I'm like, interesting. But it's actually pretty funny. It's pretty fair. Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second movie.
I have Quantumania in E.
Yes.
Put it in E. Okay. Dude, this is a lot harder than I thought it actually was. Because I don't remember where I'm putting a lot of things.
In E, you have Echo, Quantumania, Thor: Love and Thunder, and now Ant-Man
I like
and the
that.
Wasp.
But it just like, when you're telling them and I'm trying to give my gut reaction, it's like, wait, what's my basis on? It's... All right, go.
It's that hard, man.
Go.
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Ooh, Spider-Man Far From Home. I like, actually. I get it's not a great Spider-Man movie. The villain feels more like an Iron Man villain.
Yeah.
But the Mysterio scenes are peak.
Okay.
The relationship between Ned Zendaya and I said Ned Zendaya, MJ, Ned, and Peter, fantastic. I love the setting they do. I love just Peter going on vacation. I love that so much. Put it in. Oh, man, B tier. Put it in B tier.
Knew it.
I was gonna say A, but put it in B. Put it in
I
B.
got you. Oh, here we go. Avengers Endgame.
F. S tier. I'm
I was
trolling.
like, you better chill out.
Yeah, S tier. It's peak. It's not even a question.
Almost
There's
had a heart
arguments.
attack.
Huh?
I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, like, there's arguments. Like I understand. Like yeah, it's a little slow in the beginning. Yes, like it's only good at the end. That I disagree with wholeheartedly.
All
There's some time problems they have with it, some whatever. But at the end of the day, that movie was an event, and I'm so happy I got to experience it. So it's an S tier movie.
All right, let's hear what you guys say here. It better be the right answer. Avengers Infinity War.
S tier.
Thank God.
Yeah.
No hesitation,
No
ladies
hesitation,
and gentlemen.
S tier.
I remember somebody tried to argue with me that it's not even that like top 5
Well,
in the
that dude's a
MCU.
hater. That dude's a hater.
Well, I was like, bro, what have you been watching?
Yeah. Hater.
Black Panther, the first one.
A tier.
There you go.
I like it. I don't think it's an S tier, but I understand why it's an S tier, you know? Like, it's just not for me. Like, it's not one of my favorites.
Imagine if you were like, oh, D tier.
D tier, dude. Dude, all the representation pisses me off.
Imagine somebody's like, bro, are you racist?
No. I'm not racist. I just hate Black Panther.
The first word, I just hate black. Imagine the mic just shut up. What did you say, Zay? What did you say? Did you say Panther or man?
I said Panther.
Never mind. Anyways, here we go. Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. A.
Okay. Come on.
Thor has a great arc in that movie. Great arc.
Should have been the arc that Maui went through in Moana 2.
For real.
All right. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Put it in the S tier. Put it in an S tier.
Ooh.
Spider-Man Homecoming is the greatest Spider-Man movie. I said it. I love Homecoming. It's also the funniest MCU
I respect
movie.
that.
Spider-Man Homecoming, you could argue, is funnier than Deadpool and Wolverine.
I gotta watch it again.
It's so funny.
I haven't seen it in a while, actually. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. A.
All right. Boom. Doctor Strange, the first one.
B. B. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, keep it in B. Keep it in B. I like that movie. I really like that movie. And I just, for me, I think the visuals are really cool, and Doctor Strange is a massive douche. I love his arc in that movie. From douche to like
Legend.
less of a douche. I think he has a really good arc. I just I'm not obsessed with that movie.
All right. Captain America Civil War.
S. I love Civil
Okay.
War. Love Civil War.
Boom. All right. The first Ant-Man movie.
Hold on, can we go back to Civil War really fast?
Okay,
I have
go
a funny
for it.
story.
Go for it.
Captain America Civil War came out in 2016, making me 13 when that movie came out.
Okay.
No, that was wrong. I can't do math. I was 11 when that movie came out. 11 years old.
How the heck were you off by 2 years?
I was 11 years old when Captain America Civil War came out. I went with a friend. Me and him, we still tell the story. It's the funniest story. We're sitting, me and him, and then this other dude next to us. And my friend has McDonald's, and he's telling us, "Oh, I'm so excited for this movie. I can't wait." And my friend's eating his chicken nuggets. He gives me one, and the guy looks at me. He's like, "Hey, could I get a nugget?" And we're like, "No." And he's telling us how excited he is for this movie.
What the? Wait, this is a random guy? This random guy just
Talking
said...
to like sixth graders. Hey, could I get a chicken nugget? Crazy.
Somebody call the police. Bro, why does it remind me of thinking like, Napoleon, give me some tots? It's thinking Napoleon Dynamite.
Dude, no, Phil, flash forward to like 20 minutes into that movie. This man telling us how excited he is. 20 minutes in,
Okay, he was definitely high.
It was so funny.
He definitely had the munchies. Let's be for real.
He had the munchies.
Brody had the munchies, and he was like, "Let me go check out a movie." And then he saw you at McDonald's and went, "Can I get a
me at McDonald's?" And he was like, "I'm gonna track down that kid and watch."
That's not at all what I'm saying. Cut it out. No, I'm just like.
All right, so Ant-Man. Ant-Man, I'll put in B tier. It's really funny.
Oh my God.
And Ant-Man, I'll put it in the B tier.
Oh Lord. Oh man, you got to stay away from that movie theater. You said B tier?
Yeah.
Got you. All right. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
A.
Okay. Come on.
I like that movie. It's a great movie.
Boom. The first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
A.
Okay. Like how you saving these S tier movies. I like this. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
S tier. Not even a question. Changed everything. You said
Come
a lot.
on.
It changed everything.
Come on, bro. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Not wrong. I agree.
Thor: The Dark World.
E. No, F. Not even a question, sorry.
All right.
That movie's boring. That's why I'd put Love and Thunder over it, because like at least it's Love and Thunder's short, cool visuals, and it's funny sometimes. Thor: The Dark World is so boring. I tried watching it on a plane. Worst decision I've ever made in my entire life. I've watched it before, but I was doing a rewatch and I was like, yeah, this movie sucks.
I don't know, man. Thor: Love and Thunder just bores the heck out of me.
That's fair.
It just it's stupid and it bores the heck out of me.
You
and
know,
I hated that reference of Thanos' glove holding a ice cream cone. I was like, why the heck would you have that after everybody lost everybody in the last 5 or 6 years? It just it was so offensive to me. And the fact that it was in New Asgard.
He got their people got decimated twice, and they were like, yeah, this would be cool.
I was like, why would you put that up? I was just like, I literally, when that came up in the movie, I was like, and my friends looked at me, I was like, what? I'm like, why is that in the movie?
Dude, that's like to the same degree as having like a Hitler.
That's what I'm saying. No, literally.
Yeah,
it literally is at that point in the MCU.
It's so, because it's crazy. Like, you don't see like Hitler stores running around.
Oh, man.
Like, yeah.
I just...
it's funny.
That's how bad it is in the MCU.
It's one of those things. It's funny in concept to us because this is fiction.
Yeah.
But like when you really think about it, that is awful. Why are we joking around about
It's dark.
this?
Like it's technically dark because imagine a victim who lost somebody and maybe they didn't come back somehow. Like just goes up and they're like, let's get some ice cream. And then they see the stinking gauntlet and the person's like, oh yeah, that's Thanos' gauntlet. And this is my ice cream shop. And they're just like, no. Like, that could trigger somebody in the MCU. MCU, I'm just speaking. I'm thinking of MCU terms. If I'm living in the
100%.
MCU,
I agree.
My bad.
Let's keep going.
Maybe I'm being too real. All right, Iron Man 3. Me thinking. What's he gonna choose? B. Okay. Come on.
That's a fun movie.
I think all the Iron Man movies are so fun. Like they're just really all fun. The first Avengers movie.
A.
Okay.
I have a lot of respect for it, but I don't think I'd put it in its best of the best.
No, I understand. Captain America: The First Avenger.
B. I don't love that movie. I think it's great, but I don't love it.
I think that the other two movies just like blew it out the park.
Yes, 100%.
It just blew it out the park. The first Thor movie.
See, it's funny. It has its moments. Not my favorite.
Another movie that Maui should have been in Moana 2. I'm gonna keep making that joke.
Maui, just Thor should be Maui, or Maui should be Thor.
Maui should definitely be Thor. Iron Man 2.
C. I don't like Iron Man 2. Or not as a lot. I it's one of those movies I, for whatever reason, have seen way too many times. And every time I'm like, I don't think I like this that much. But we'll do a rewatch at some point and we'll see if that still holds up.
The first Iron Man movie.
Lot of respect for it. A. It wouldn't put it in an S. I don't love it. Okay, here's my thing with Iron Man. I don't love Iron Man. I never have. From Iron Man 1 to Avengers Endgame, his arc is incredible. I don't love Iron Man.
Okay.
Not for me.
Oh, I feel you. I just thought he was a really cool character. I love Spider-Man, though. And last but not least, your favorite movie of all time, The Incredible Hulk.
Put it in an E. Put it in an E. It's not as bad
So
as that.
nonchalant. Put it in E.
That movie sucks.
Put that thing in E.
I think people have gotten so blind. I think She-Hulk really, like... It's crazy to me that She-Hulk was so bad that people switched up on Incredible Hulk. Are like, you know what? That was a good movie. Please rewatch Incredible Hulk. That movie sucks.
I'm not going to lie to you. Even when I saw The Incredible Hulk and She-Hulk, and I did a whole rewatch when I finished She-Hulk and everything too, like of all the movies, I still like The Incredible Hulk. I like the action. I like the Hulk in it. I just, I'm not saying She-Hulk's bad. I like She-Hulk too. I think that, I don't know, the She-Hulk thing was, the She-Hulk hate was kind of weird to me. I understand the twerking thing, but that happened in one episode.
And also, like...
The last fight, yeah, it was kind of stupid, but let's be for real. The whole, like...
I like that final episode a lot.
I was okay with it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think the hate is a little too much.
You want to run... Is that all the movies?
Yes, sir. Here we go.
My finale.
Let's talk about... This is Isaiah's tier list for all these MCU movies.
Let's hear it.
In S tier, or you want me to go F first?
Go F, yeah.
All right. In F tier, we have Secret Invasion and Thor: The Dark World. In E tier, we have Echo, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Thor: Love and Thunder, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and The Incredible Hulk. In D tier, we have She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Black Widow, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, now Captain America, and Captain Marvel, the first movie.
I don't hate women, by the way. It sounded really bad. I don't hate women, you guys.
You're chilling. There's some good stuff above.
Yeah.
Let me finish. C tier, we have What If, The Marvels.
Wait, I put What If in C?
I believe so, yeah.
I think I said E. I think I said E.
I'll put it in E. All right, switching What If to E. In C, we have The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Agatha All Along, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, midness in my opinion.
Nah.
Eternals, Shang-Chi, Thor, the first one, and Iron Man 2. In the B tier, we have Werewolf by Night, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, Hawkeye, WandaVision, Spider-Man Far From Home, Doctor Strange, the first one, Ant-Man, Iron Man 3, and Captain America, the First Avenger. Here's where we get heated. I'm not heated. Good. A tier, Deadpool and Wolverine, Loki, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Black Panther, Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Avengers Age of Ultron. Interesting. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. Avengers, the first one. And Iron Man. Wow. You have all three of them in the same category.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
They're all on par with each other.
And in the S tier, 6 movies, we have Spider-Man No Way Home, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming, Captain America Civil War, and Captain America the Winter Soldier.
I like mine.
That's actually pretty good.
That's a pretty good tier list.
That's really good. Honestly, you know what? Yeah, I like this.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty good. I feel like I balanced it pretty well without knowing.
You just got Incredible Hulk wrong. I'm just playing that. I'm playing.
But this was the Marvel Gut Check, where me and Phil gut check our feelings on the Marvel movies. At some point, we'll do an entire MCU rewatch, and we'll check to see both of our tier lists to see if it lines up completely, and we'll discuss differences. We'll let you guys know when we do that. But this was episode 5 of the Film Podcast.
Now.
Thank you guys for sticking around. By this point, we don't know if TikTok's going to stick around. So maybe follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
and Twitter.
All the things. Thank you guys so much for walking.
Hey.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
We want them to stay.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. All right, Phil, sorry. Guys, I'm still working on this. Phil, do you have anything to say?
Honestly,
Before the camera
man,
dies?
this was a really good episode. I had fun with you all. Let us know what you all think about Secret Levels. Also, the MCU gut check by Isaiah. Let him know if he was right, if he was wrong, or if it was okay. But make sure to take it easy. Like, subscribe, and follow. I'm your man, Film. We gonna come up with a good name for him soon. It's gonna be catchy and it's gonna be awesome. But we out. And peace.
Peace.